All right, so I came up here in meditation and in prayer, and so it's ironic how the Spirit moves and guides us when we're connected. And so I shared a post, ironically enough, on Facebook, and so it was almost like it was answering or speaking on the very same thing that I shared. And so I'm gonna jump right into it because it led me to the book of Psalms, which happens to be one of my favorite book favorite books of the Bible. In Psalms chapter 15, and it led me to verse 5, but I'm gonna read leading up to it because David over here in Psalms was essentially asking God a question, and he was asking, "Who shall abide in and thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill?" And verse 2, he says, "He that he that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness and speak the truth in his heart." And so I know many of us have heard before that you should know the truth and the truth should set you free. And so just leaning on the truth. You can't argue with the truth. You can't fight with the truth. It is what it is. And so with that being said, it goes on to explain over in verse 3, he that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor. So you can't be lying and trying to deceive and manipulate and doing evil deeds to your neighbors, because at the end of the day, there is a thing called karma. And so everything that we do out onto other people will not only come back to us, whatever, but you will be held accountable to those things. And so, with that being said, it goes on to say in verse 4, and though and whose eyes a vile person is contemned, but he that honors them that fear the Lord, he that swerveth to his own hurt and changeth not. And so verse 5 says, he that putteth out not his money to usury, so nor taketh reward against the innocent. He that doeth these things shall never be removed. So just more or less was like, okay, God is continuing to bless us even in this season. And to tie into what I shared earlier on Facebook about how we've been given the financial needs that we need right now. And so we have to hold on to that. We have to learn how to hold on to money, because this shall serve as a perfect example of how things can go awry, how anything can happen. And so what do you have to fall back on, or what do you have to rely on? And so just being mindful, not only with our words and our actions, um, with our spending. And the word clearly states that when we are conducting ourselves uprightly and according to God's standards, that we have nothing to fear. I'm going to say it again. We have nothing to fear. And so just allowing our faith to lead us more than ever. And we as believers have to be that light for those who is in the darkness. We as believers have to be that rock for those people who may quake. And there's simply no judgment. You know what I mean? Because we're all on a journey. We're all on our separate paths, whatever. But what the world needs more than ever right now in this moment is stability. What this world needs right now more than anything is love and consistency. And so we as believers have to band together more or less is to to be that shield for those who are not sure, to be that light for those who are not able to see the light, to be that rock for those people who are are not able to stand. And so as we hear all of these things that's going on, and people losing and passing away, and all of these trials and these tribulations that's going on right now in the world, that we know without a doubt that God will comfort and keep us through all seasons. And I know firsthand, I can share this real quick about the fact of just losing my own mother late last year, without a doubt. Just coming to know God on a whole nother level. But at the end of the day, coming to know Him on a whole nother level and on a whole nother plane, on how loving and how I gain an understanding of God more than ever through that process, and still learning Him. You know what I mean? It's only been a little over 5 months, but I can say that without a doubt that God's love and His grace and His mercy carried me through, as He seek. If you're watching this video, He'll continue to carry you through, and not allowing our faith and our understanding and our knowledge of Him to ever waver. Because as the word says, that if we continue to do right, and as we continue to stand in that gap, and as we continue to show that love and to be there for those who may not have that understanding, again, no judgment towards anyone, pretty much at this point, but to be that light of love, hope, and peace for everyone, that He will continue to cover us with His grace and His mercy and His peace, and His financial abundance and prosperity will continue without a doubt, with on no uncertainty in these trying times, will never leave us. And through the Spirit, that's a promise that was made in His Word. And so, despite the fact that David was was asking that question, even today, as the Spirit says that He's the same God yesterday, today, and forevermore. And so let's get back to having that unshakable faith, like that tree that was planted by the water. Let's get back to just knowing God, that no matter what comes and what goes, that He never leaves us. He never forsakes us. But like those verses were saying, it's just that there's work and there's things that we have to do. And so if we continue to stand on it, stand on His truth, stand on His love, be wise, and have common sense now, that God will never leave nor forsake us. And I thank you for watching. God bless, and be safe.